Well, much has taken place in the last 2 days. Check this out. Oh, 2 days. And the house is mostly framed. All the walls are up. We're really lucky. We have a really good framer who runs several crews. And so, man, he just knocks out houses. This is the garage behind me. It's pretty hard to comprehend like what can get done in just 2 days, but this is the garage. This is where just last Friday, so today's Tuesday, so just last Friday, all this was concrete. They just poured the floor, if you remember. You know, there was nothing, there was no wood at all. And this is what they were able to do in 2 days. Now, I always find that it's extremely hard to tell what a house is gonna look like when it's at this stage, because although the walls are up, you know, you can see through them, and that does something to your perception where it's hard to tell like what a room actually is. It's like right now I'm in the living room, or what will be the living room. And this little opening right here will be the fireplace in the living room. This is a set of 3 big huge windows for tons of natural light into the main living area. This is one of my favorite stages of the home construction process, because the house goes from just being concrete and nothing to the shape of what the house is gonna be. I'm gonna come over here and stand in the shade for a minute. It's blinding me and burning my face. So it just came out that Boise is the fastest growing city in America, which is awesome. It's great for my business, obviously, for my line of work. But what that means is it comes with tons and tons of problems. One of those problems being that there are labor shortages. And a lot of builders really struggle with finding framers that can keep up with their production. And we are very, very fortunate and lucky to have a framer. His name's Juan, and he runs like 8 crews now. When I started just a few years ago, he had like 4 crews, and now he runs 8, which is insane. He runs 8 crews of framers. And so when they showed up yesterday to start working on this house in the morning, there were like 8 guys here. And so that's why they were able to, you know, slap it together so fast in just the 2 days that they've been here. But we're very, very fortunate to have them when a lot of builders are struggling to find a framer to even put up their house, period, let alone do it quickly and accurately, you know. And that's another important thing. These guys do a great job, you know. Everybody has their mistakes, but for the most part, these framers are they're really great. They just do good work for us. So I just walked through a little hallway, and I'm in the master bedroom now. So this room also has 3 huge windows, and it has a big 8-foot door going onto the patio. And then over here behind me is where the master bathroom will be. So those are windows into the bathroom where like the big soaker tub will sit and stuff like that. So normally at this point of the house, we, you know, the lumber gets dropped off, and also the trusses, the roof trusses get dropped off. And so those are the big triangular shaped wooden structures that form your roof, right? Those are called trusses. And so normally they'd already be on site. They'd be sitting here ready for the framers. For the second they get done with the walls, the crane rolls in, and they start flying trusses. It's called flying trusses because they're hanging from a crane, and I don't know where that came from, but that's what everybody says. But one of the issues that we're having is that the manufacturers are pushed to the very, very limit. And so in this case, the builder didn't give the truss company enough warning to be able to build the trusses to have them here ready for the framer as soon as he's ready for them. So the house is 100% ready for trusses to be flown, to be put on top of the house. However, because we didn't give the truss company, the truss manufacturer, enough warning, they weren't able to get them here today, and they're actually not going to be here until Friday. So now this house is going to sit for 3 days with nothing being done, because the framers have done as much as they can do without the trusses being on, which isn't a big deal. So it doesn't put us behind schedule at all, because we normally give the framers 2 weeks to build a house, to frame a house. And so if you can imagine, we give them 2 weeks, they've been working on it for 2 days, and it's, I don't know what percentage, probably 50% done. So when the trusses get here on Friday, it'll take them a couple hours to fly them, to put them on. And then it'll probably take them another day and a half or 2 days to finish the house completely. So we give them 2 weeks, and they can do it in 4. So they'll probably be done by Monday or Tuesday of next week, which means they'll still be, even though we don't have trusses, they'll still be like 3 or 4 days ahead of schedule, which is pretty baffling. It just tells you how good our framers are and how lucky we are to have them, because that is not a typical situation. So that's kind of where we're at. We're at a bit of a standstill. So for the next 3 or 4 days, this is it. This is what the house is going to look like. It'll just be framed just like this. The sun is playing some serious tricks on me. So right now I'm in the master bathroom. Behind me are those 2 windows I was talking about, where underneath there'll be a soaker bathtub sitting on the floor. So we'll have some nice cabinets in here, a big walk-in shower with tile walls. This is the master closet. Nice and roomy, like 5 times the size of my master closet. Probably more than anybody should ever need. And then 2 more bedrooms that I'm walking through, and another full bathroom. So this house is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2 full bath. Perfect size for me and my family if it were ours. And that's about it until Friday. Like I said, this is what the house is gonna look like. On Thursday, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get down in the crawl space and show you what it looks like underneath the house, where they built the little short walls called pony walls, and how the floor system works, and how just how we do crawl spaces here. So even though there won't be much progress, check back in on Thursday, and I'll explain the floor system and how that works. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Jake with Alturas Homes. We'll see you next time.